I made $7,043.78 in 24 hours, and today I'm going to show you guys the steps I took and how you can apply these steps with your business. Before we get started, I want to give you guys some backstory on my business and who I am. My name's Yad. I'm 18 years old. I started my clothing brand when I was 17 in the summer of 2022. I started my business purely off of love and just wanting to grind for something for a better life. And in October, I had my first moment to shine. My content was going viral all over TikTok, and I had started to build a name for myself. Over the next few months, it just kept going higher and higher and higher. And now the momentum is still going to this day. It's always been a dream of mine to be an entrepreneur since I was a kid, and I'm finally living out that moment and working towards it right now. And I'm only 18 years old, so I want this to just prove that if I can do it, you guys can do it as well. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to give you guys the 7 steps I took and show you guys how to apply these steps. Now, this goes for all businesses in general. This isn't just for clothing brands. Now, the first step I took was having a good product. Product creation can take a lot of time, but the biggest thing I tell people when it comes to product creation is don't overthink your product. You want to have some type of strategizing when making your product, whether that's you making a piece of clothing or looking for a product supply on the internet. You make sure your product is trendy or unique. What I was doing was I was studying the market for the clothing brand industry. At the time, embroidered pieces of clothing were going out the window and puff print was the new wave. And I hopped on it very fast and created a viral piece. Product creation can take a lot of studying, so make sure you're studying the market and seeing what is in demand or what is about to be in demand. If you're not in clothing, make sure it's a product you like and you find useful. And if it is clothing, make sure it's something you would wear. If it's not something you would wear, then no one else is going to wear it. So don't rush the product creation step and take your time. All right, so now we have our product. Next, we need to prepare and strategize for our drop. Now, for example, I'm going to tell you guys I did do this on Black Friday, so this is how I prepared for my Black Friday drop. Preparation, you want to make sure you have a foundation laid out. So I was making sure before Black Friday, prior like a month, I was uploading content and promoting my product. But wait, everybody knows this. Well, you need to have something set up. Well, you guys have to understand this as well. If you're promoting your product a month in advance, people are going to check your website out, not see that it's there, and then leave and never come back. So you just lost out on a potential sale. But right now, I'm going to tell you guys a way that you guys can hold these customers in and pull them back into when you do drop. And with that, I would like to introduce you guys to email and SMS marketing. Email and SMS marketing, if you have a pop-up set up on your website where it's like unlock 10% off or sign up to be notified when we restock, people most of the time will submit their information, their email and their phone number, even if you haven't dropped the product yet, because they're interested in it, and they will submit that stuff now so they can get a reminder for when it does drop. And I can't stress this enough how important this is for online businesses. This can literally boost your sales by so much and change your business in general. Another thing I want to talk about is having a good website foundation, because when you're bringing this traffic in from these platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, all that, you're bringing the traffic in, people see you have a bad website or a trash website, you're not going to want to shop from you because they don't trust you. Having a good website can lead to good conversions and trustworthiness. And I want to tell everybody this, that like cleaner your website is, the better the conversions are. People don't like this enter screen stuff that takes forever to get to your product. They want to just see the product, purchase. And I want to plug this real quick. If you guys do need any help setting up with your email marketing and SMS, with setting up the pop-ups and the flows and all that, I have a form link in the bio where you could submit and work with my agency that will set it up for you. So go ahead and check that out if you are struggling with that. You guys have a good website, you guys have your email and SMS set up, and we have some people going on the email and SMS list, and the list is growing. Your main focus up until the point of your drop is to grow that list as much as you can, whether that's running ads that brings leads to that list, whether that's just doing organic content like what I did organic content to get to that. You just need to grow that list at all costs. This is what the big brands do. The big businesses, they target growing their list as much as they can, because they know once your number and emails in that database, they can retarget you over and over whenever. So yeah, just make sure you're growing that list as much as you can. So while you have your stuff set up, just keep promoting up until your drop. My favorite ways to promote are TikTok, Instagram Reels. That's it. I wouldn't recommend you do ads at all if you're just starting out and your budget's not there, because ads are very pricey. I'd only recommend ads to people who have a little bit more of a budget. The next thing you want to do is also get good product shots. Make sure your product pictures on your website are clean and simple. White background or black background, whatever your website theme is, and make sure the background is simple and clean. Make sure it's good quality pictures, you have lighting in it, and the picture looks professional. If you can't afford to have good picture quality, go ahead and just use mock-ups to start. So with this, you don't have to do this, but I had photo shoots of my products to hype it up on my Instagram. And I know photo shoots can get very pricey, so if you are a smaller business, don't get a photo shoot to start. You're more than well enough with your phone. So we prepared and strategized how we're going to run this drop. And last, you need to decide if you want to do pre-made or pre-order. Now, if you are a beginner brand, I would do a pre-order. Why? Because you might not have the capital to do pre-made and you don't have the audience to sell out pre-made off the rip. Okay, so we prepared and strategized how we're going to run this drop. Now we have to do some final checks. This, I'll just make sure the website's looking good, everything's looking clean, email and SMS is working, you have your release email and your release text ready to go, and everything's prepared prepared and ready to go. So just make sure you're doing your final check. Now here comes the most important step: executing. On the day of your release, you want to make sure you have an email already set up, ready to go, and a text message ready and set up to go. So when that time hits for your release, you could just click of a button, send those out, and people will be notified and come back to purchase most of the time. You want to make sure you're also constantly promoting while it's out. And then with this, you just want as many people to see your product. Now don't overthink the execution. A lot of you guys overthinking your brand and how you're going to do this and that. You just have to do it in the beginning. You're not going to see these numbers off your first drop unless you're very lucky. This stuff takes time. I didn't see numbers until about my third drop, and that was with me having knowledge already from business in the past. A lot of people are just starting and are very young, so you're not going to have that knowledge. So please just be patient with this and take your time. And I promise if you work hard, you will see these numbers soon. You will see higher numbers. So you executed, the orders are coming in, and now the next step I'm going to talk about is post drop, which is after your drop. Make sure you're following up with the customers with a thank you for purchasing email or text, and letting them know that you appreciate them for ordering and that you're working on their order. People love confirmation, man. I mean, it's one of those things that build trustworthiness within a business, especially if you're doing pre-order. Because a lot of people don't know what a pre-order is and don't understand how long the shipping times are. So make sure your post drop is good. These are the steps that I took personally. I want to also let you guys know real quick that my first drop ever, I lost $150. Now you can imagine I was devastated. This was my first drop ever. My first time getting into the clothing market, and I lost money. It made me demotivated and wanted to quit. But I'm telling you, if you just keep working on yourself and working on your business, you will see better times. But you have to push through those times and push through those moments to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. And one bonus step I want to talk about is shipping orders. When you're shipping orders, here's the biggest thing that I've learned is always follow up with the customer with a mass email saying, hey, we are shipping orders right now, or etc. People love constant updates. Like I told you guys earlier, it builds trustworthiness. So make sure you're giving out constant updates and help to these people. And then after that, you just repeat the process every time and just build it over time. And I can't stress it enough that email and SMS is so important. Like I told you guys, growing that list is like growing your business, because these are people that have purchased from you in the past or are interested in your brand, and you could constantly retarget these customers because they obviously like the style of you're dropping. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. Also, another thing I want to talk about before I even end this video off, understand that in order for ads to work, you need to have everything else set up. A lot of people don't understand what ads are really for. People are thinking that I made this much money on drop date off of just ads, and the truth is I didn't. I did it all off organic. And for ads to even work, you need organic to work first, because if your organic marketing is not working first, your ads won't work either. So in the beginning, if you have no experience with ads or don't know how to do ads at all, just don't run them. And if you don't have the budget, just don't run them. But yeah, guys, that's basically it. These are the steps I took to make this much money in a day. I want you guys to stay humble no matter what you're doing and work hard always. Make sure to follow my Instagram and Twitter. It's on the screen right now. I'm very active on there, and I constantly post stuff up there for you guys to see. But yeah, I wish everybody luck on their brand journey and their business journey. Make sure to like the video, subscribe with post notifications on. I hope to see all of us at the top one day.